Thank you. Okay. How do you fast track connecting to your guides and your gatekeepers? I almost was going to say, well, you die 3 times and that's what happened, but you don't. I'm just joking. That helps me as a trance channeler with these guys, but no, that's not the way. That's not the shortcut. Do not pay for that fast track ticket. Okay, be careful what you put out there. What I would say is the best way to connect is really about trust, and it's about also carving out some time in your day. So I'm like, I don't know, 10-12 years into this now, but literally you need to carve out some time. So I always am going to say meditation is going to help carve out that time. Now, the only reason I say meditation, and it can be as wacky as you want it to be, or hippified, or whatever it is you want it to be, it's up to you. And meditation can be, anything from taking a walk, I don't know, to the bottom of the garden, or and letting our mind just be mindful of it. I can feel my feet on the grass, or I can feel my shoes, or whatever it is. By being mindful of what's going on around you and coming out of your head, not you individually, but people, when you're in your head, what we tend to do is when we've got worries or thoughts that's churning around, it affects all of us, our whole of ourself emotionally. And so it makes it really difficult to hear anything externally from ourselves. So the idea is that if we can sort of carve out some time in our day to start practicing, in the sense of to be able to connect to our guides, and that means giving ourselves a few minutes a day, the more that you do that, it becomes easier. And also to be mindful of what you might be hearing. You may be hearing clear audio, you might be hearing your guides communicating with you, but some individuals might think, actually, that might be just my inner voice talking to me. Well, that might actually be your guides talking to you. And I got a strong feeling with you individually. I feel that there's something going on here. There's wanting to connect to you. So it's like giving yourself time. If we say like meditation, we become strict with ourselves and go, right, I'm going to take time out, whatever time, if it's first thing in the morning, I'm going to be present in myself at this moment. I'm not going to think about my day ahead of me. I'm not going to think about rushing the kids to school. I'm not going to be thinking about the shopping. I'm not going to think about the bills. But if I can just carve out 10-15 minutes a day to go, right, I've shown up, I'm here, communicate with me. And it may be even you can like write something, or if you don't want to journal, don't want to write, then do the cards, so that literally by shuffling the cards, it's like you let them come in and then they give you a message. And the more that you do that, you start trusting in that process. Thank you. There was something I was going to share, and they just given it to me. Thank you. I forgot. They're like my PA. I literally was driving. We've got dual carriageway down here. It's like 70 miles per hour, and I was just driving his country lanes, and dual carriageways and stuff like that. And I was driving, and then suddenly I heard change lanes, and I was like, okay. There was nothing in front of me that I could see ahead. And I was like, okay, I'll change lanes. So I went on the outside in the fast lane. 2 seconds, this massive tractor didn't even look to see if there's cars coming. If I'd been in that lane, I don't know what would have happened. I'm saying I would have died. Not again. I'm over that. But I might have like bumped into my car a little bit. So I was like, oh, okay, thank goodness for that. But because I'm quite open when I'm driving and I try to stay present, I don't think about my day or my shopping ahead of me. I just remain present. So as I was driving, I'm looking at sheep and waving to the cows, and I was listening to the music, and then all of a sudden I heard change lanes. I knew that wasn't my inner voice. I knew that was coming from somewhere else, because I wasn't thinking of it. And then it twice happened on that day. And so if we start letting those voices coming in, or that sensation, or that knowing, or whatever it is, or a visual coming, like an imagery just coming, without correcting it, without having to think, oh, where's this coming from? Then we start building up more of that trust. So you too can do this as well, but it's just going to take a little bit of practice and time. So we just need to free up our minds a little bit, so that we don't create this haze or this fog and a barrier, so that we're not receiving information.